Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the UAB Blazers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will put total leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Blazers offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
And the quarterback pulled up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're the top 10 sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back and they get after quarterbacks.
Catch in the middle, it's strong. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's talk for just a second about UAB. They've really got it going the last few weeks, won their last 3, and maybe going to get a little bit of national attention.
Yeah, they had some bumps in the road early in the year, but this is a team that's starting.
He'll off one deep down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Blazers will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge.
Turning it on!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. And the Blazers head quickly to the line. Wants to go up top. Extending the play. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. There he goes. Open it up. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. A huge play is coming back because of the penalty. Of course, the defense says you wouldn't have got the huge play without committing the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Keeps looking downfield. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Fires it incomplete. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Back to throw, it's Higgins. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ready to fire from the pistol. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Blazers want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Scanning the field is Higgins. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. snagged in the middle. It's Kane. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Lost a throw on first down. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Blazers are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Complete to the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing.
Oh, he's got some space. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He's looking to pass. Got his man. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Back has it. Got a little space. Off to the races to the right. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 13 to Georgia. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Blazers want to pick up the tempo.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward if they can hang there.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep.
Well, it was an amazing effort to make that catch on third down. Unfortunately, not picking up the first. I think if it had been a little bit more of an accurate throw, maybe he would have been able to do something with it, maybe make a guy miss and get upfield. Give him credit, though. It's a great catch, and now it gives the head coach an opportunity to make a big-time decision here on fourth.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Back to pass, it's Higgins. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Dickey. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Penn State! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Fakes to grab. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Horn.
Right, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Blazers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. There he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Blazers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He wants it all. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UAB!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He steps out of bounds at the 49, just short of midfield, and he almost went a really long way. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Got it in the middle. It's Dickey. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He might want another play. To the air, it's Higgins. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The run from the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Wants to throw on third down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the pass is broken up incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They started this drive with a big play, but nothing since. Now staring at a 3rd and 10. On the move. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Nittany Lions will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And with time running out here in the second quarter, they'll just take a knee. Down on the scoreboard, they'll try to regroup in the locker room at halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Blazers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. Got room to work. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well give it to him again. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Blazers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch around the 50. And there he goes. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Higgins. Got his man in the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Nittany Lions will line it up on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job in contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got it down the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Hands it off. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Blazers send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. First and 10 from the 24. Unloads quickly. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on second and long. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Here's a heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Hey, make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. And the Blazers will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He gets a block. Smashes through the tackle. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Goes to the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. Fires to the right. The quick out. They get him down to this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The Blazers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They bring the punter onto the field now. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's got great speed. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Higgins. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Higgins. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal blocking.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Higgins. Got his man on the outside. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms, and decision time for this offense.
Now, 4th down.
Quarterback keeper. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the 1st down.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
14.
He'll bring it back from inside. And the ball is loose on the return. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on the line, it's really nice to have that.
Complete in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Complete to the wideout. Gain of 26. First down for the offense.
With the clock running, this should be the final play.
3:25.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this. To the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. You want to talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area. But how about the receiver? You got to go up and make a play, too. Catch the ball with everybody around you. You know where the ball's going, and he's still able to come down with it. What a play.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.